is going to be filed. You're going to be taken into custody. Either you'll make bond or you won't make bond, and I'll hear that motion to revoke. So if you need to get an appointment booklet, get an appointment booklet and put your dates down.
I was only on probation 8 hours.
I'm sorry?
8 hours.
Yes. So what happened?
Okay,
So you 8 hours and then this incident is alleged to have occurred? No, they don't do weekends anymore at the jail.
So I gotta go to jail for 30 days.
Yes. I will revoke you and sentence you to 5 years in the prison.
Okay, but that interferes with my.
You're not here in court.
I was not able to get the time off, Judge.
All right, so here's the thing. You need to make sure that you appear in court because otherwise your time off may be at the Bexar County Jail. Started sending these text messages and these people just came over and then a robbery just happened. And I'm just here not knowing anything that's going on. The conversation we're having right now is just a conversation we're having, but it's not going to change what I'm requesting and what they're requesting.
Is that it not be any sooner than the last week of January, the first week of February. Our lease is up January 14th, and I may be moving my office again.
Oh, where are you moving to?
We don't know because the building is offered us, and we've had some other people coming in, and the people that were coming in, they had a death in the family, so they're gone, and we're running out of time. And
Oh my
it's gotten to be quite a mess. But anyway,
But the gang is staying together.
no,
Oh,
maybe Joanne and Orlando Velasquez and me.
Mhm.
But Mario is actually gonna start working out of his house.
oh, yeah.
And Steven moved over to Donatos, took that rock to the head.
Oh, yeah. Well, they appear to make all of downtown to be hotels or condos or apartments.
Well, that's what happened to us as soon as we signed the lease 4 months in, and they said, oh, we sold it, now it's gonna be a hotel. So they moved us 3 times in less than 5
How many
years.
hotels do we really need?
Well, about 10 less than we have.
How many apartments and condos downtown do we need?
Apparently just one more, Your Honor.
Just
They'll
one
keep-
more.
They'll keep saying that.
Just one more, just one more. All right, so,
So I just need that space.
okay. Hank,
Yes, ma'am.
on this case, how long do you expect the jury trial to last? Oh, no, it's your case.
Yes, Your Honor. It's,
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had said you had talked to
Hank
him.
is ever capable, Your Honor. but
Yeah.
it might-
All right,
We
Zach.
judge.
Zach, how long do you expect the trial will last?
Your Honor, Ed and I talked, we don't think it would last longer than 1 day.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, this is a 1-day trial. All right, February 13th will be your jury trial date. Is that good for you, Mr. Pike?
Check.
And there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding you guilty as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing? Anything you might want to say on behalf of your client?
Could do several things. She's 33 years old. This case happened about 3.5 years ago. Since that time, everything's been perfect. It's happened to be the girlfriend of her son, who she thought was leading him down the wrong path. Certainly not handled correctly, but the boy does not date or see the girlfriend anymore. Mom has not seen this girl since that time. She does have full-time employment as a night auditor of a local hotel. She's gainfully employed. She does other side work with other groups that she can tell you about if you'd like to hear, because I'm not familiar with the groups that she works with.
So how old was your son's girlfriend?
At the time, my son was 15, so I was swimming around 14, 15.
All right, so why are you beating up on a 14 or 15-year-old?
I'm not the one who did it.
I'm sorry, what?
I didn't. I've never seen this. Like, I've seen the girl in person, but I've never.
Now, according to the police report, what you just pled to, she was walking with your son in a park and you came up behind her, pulled her by her hair, dragged her by the hair and punched her. So I'm trying to figure out why you hitting on a 14-year-old. I'm sorry, what?
I mean,
There's a video according to the police report.
it's. I, hmm. I know there's a video. I know it's a blurry video. I know it looks like me.
So are you saying that this is just all made up?
Oh gosh.
No, if you want a jury trial, we will give you a jury trial.
I mean, I don't want it to go bad and make it, and I go to prison for something I didn't do.
Well, here's the thing. If you're saying you didn't do this and you want a jury trial, then guess what? In the 187th, I will put cases to trial and we will give you your jury trial. But what I'm reading in the police report, there is a video. And yeah, it's saying that you pulled her hair, you beat her up.
Yeah, I'm aware of what she said I did.
So your only question is, do you want a jury trial or not?
I don't want to do a trial.
All right.
No, I was angry. I was really, really upset. My son wasn't going down any wrong path until he met this girl. They were doing drugs. He was running away. He was stealing cars. I was just trying to be a good parent.
Well, I mean, how is it a good parent to beat up somebody who's dating your son? Why do you think that she's in charge of your son's actions? Did she put a gun to his head and say, do these drugs with me?
She told my son she was pregnant.
All right, then people need to start supervising their children better.
That's true.
I'm going to sentence you to 6 years deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, no contact with Ariana, 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once she's completed parenting classes, that will be deemed satisfied. And there's to be 30 days in the Bexar County Jail as a condition of probation. Is there anything else she needs?
30 days, since that was not part of what we had anticipated. Can she either have time to turn herself in Friday or do weekends?
No, they don't do weekends anymore at the jail.
So I gotta go to jail for 30 days.
Yes.
Supplemental pending motion, adjudication of guilt and revoke probation. Violation condition number 4. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Angel Montoya, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of April, May, and June 2025 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
I'm sorry?
True, sorry.
Additionally, on the state's original motion to enter adjudication of guilt, state will waive all of those violations.
Any objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor, and
Yeah.
that is for the motion to be denied to allow the defendant to apply for family drug court. Should she be accepted to that, then fine. Should she not be accepted to that, then alter and amend conditions of her current probation to add SATIF followed by SATIF aftercare.
All right. Why isn't she reporting?
Your Honor, is the court inclined to hear testimony? Because they have one witness as well.
Yes, I want to know why she's not reporting.
If I could, and then we'll call her, Judge.
Sure.
Okay. If I could call Leslie Banderas.
Could you raise your right hand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Leslie Banderas.
All right. Counsel, you may proceed.
Ms. Banderas, how long have you known Ms. Montoya?
All right.
All her life. And you're familiar with her legal situations that she's been involved with, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you've got a unique knowledge of that based on some of the organizations that actually, community organizations, the numerous community organizations that you're involved with, correct?
Yes,
Like, what are some of those organizations?
I have organizations called Homies and United Network.
Mhm.
How we deal with the formerly incarcerated and their families, by providing resources or guidance into the right direction. I also work with TOPS, and I also work with a national organization called All of Us for None.
Okay. And in terms of your working with TOPS, what kind of work do you do with them?
With TOPS, basically, we just get together and try to provide the resources that the individuals that we're working with needs. Therefore, if I can't provide it, then of course I guide them to like TOPS, they're one organization, maybe with housing and stuff like that. As far as we deal more with like teaching the formerly incarcerated and their families on their rights to vote. And then again, we do a lot of mentoring as far as like, against bullying for the kids and stuff like that.
And you work a lot within the community, correct?
Yes, we recently just did a formerly incarcerated march that came out on TV. We did it, I think, on May 31st, was it the last?
And the reason I'm asking this is that so that you have some understanding of Ms. Montoya's, what she's dealing with.
Yes,
And so, you had mentioned you deal with the formerly incarcerated.
yes,
When she had gotten up, she was on a parole, is that correct?
yes,
And, but she did, bottom line, you deal with a lot of people in these situations, correct?
yes,
Would you say that she was putting her best foot forward to try to be in compliance with her parole and the new probation that she had received?
yes, from what I saw, she was completing, going to classes, and correspondence with her probation and her parole officer. We were even getting visits. She was getting visits to homes. So as far as I know, they were good visits, as far as I'm going over there. I didn't really, like, she volunteers. I have her, whether it's passing out flyers or helping us organize events, things like that. I mean, just nothing. She wasn't like the party goer or anything like that as far as I saw.
And so, and when she was doing the outpatient treatment, she was going to all of those classes, correct? Because you were kind of.
Yes, I was giving her rights to.
Yes, giving her rights to them. And to believe she was only 2 classes away from completing that intensive outpatient.
Yeah, I know one of them she did complete. I'm not sure if she was still needed to complete more.
And in terms of the parenting classes, she actually completed those.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And when you were talking, and the other thing, just when you were talking about the financial resources, again, it was tough for her. She got there, but there was some where she was making an attempt to do everything that she could. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. You're recommending that she be continued?
Correct.
All right, so here's my question for her. Either she wants to be on probation or not. She's not going to be released today. She's going to SafeP. If she doesn't want to go to SafeP, then she's going to be revoked.
Oh, I believe the recommendation was SATIF, Your Honor, or no, safety.
It's SATF, but based upon the stipulations that were entered into and what she did, obviously there are major drug issues, and this is more than just, I think, can be taken care of by SATF, because let me just tell you the reason why I say that. She's looking at 10 years in the prison. So she has some choices to make. Either I use drugs, and potentially could go to prison for 10 years, or either I don't. And she made the choice. I'm going to use. So that tells me that her thought processes are not where they should be, and that she's in the throes of her addiction. So I'm going to give her a choice of whether she wants to be continued on probation and go to SafeP, or whether she wants to go to prison.
What is that, CFP?
It's an inpatient treatment facility at the prison.
Oh, do they provide housing? Because me,
Yes, they do.
what, like I said, the organizations that we do, we just basically feel, they need help regardless of what.
No, they're gonna give her help.
Regardless of what the case is, every individual needs help.
No, they're going to give her help if she wants it. So let me have you step back, and I'm going to ask her what she wants.
And Your Honor, would that, so we're saying that there's no option for her to at least be interviewed by a felony drug court?
Felony drug court is probably not going to accept her. I'd say 98%, because of these charges and the underlying facts that are in these stipulations. So you have a choice. If you want, and these are your only 2 choices, there are no other choices. So there's no third choice. 1, I can continue you. I will continue you and sentence you to SafeP. Or 2, I will revoke you and sentence you to 5 years in the prison.
Okay, but that interferes with my parole that I'm already on. And I'm good on parole. I go to all my classes, I pass all my drug tests, even some of the drug tests that I've come out negative as far as on probation, I've passed on parole. I'm getting help. I go to behavioral therapy, I go to therapy, psychiatrist, I'm on my depression, anxiety pills and everything like that. I'm on a mood stabilizer now that I'm in Bear County, like, I'm
See, these are things that people need to do when they're not
I
in
was
custody.
doing that before custody. I have proof that I was doing that before custody. I went to university, I got into behavioral classes, I got into therapy. When I went to my TAP evaluation, I asked for the intensive
Mhm.
outpatient drug course because I told her I felt like I needed the help.
And if I may judge, we did verify that with probation. She was only one class away from intensive outpatient, but I think the big thing is that they wrote her glowing reviews. They said she was doing a very good job.
Mhm.
That's in the notes. It's also reflected in the court summary.
Any
In terms of
objections
that
to
she
the
was
court
doing-
reviewing the court summary?
No, Your Honor.
From the state.
All right, in reviewing the court summary, it says that once she just found out she had a warrant, she didn't report anymore.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe, but it's also under the, if I could see it. Yeah, but this- what I was just specifically referring to was in their justifications. Just that specific language
All
about.
right, so what I'm telling
despite
everybody,
their great attendance in the IOP program.
all right, so this is what I'm telling everybody. They 99%. There's a 1%, maybe they'll accept her in the felony drug court, but there's a 99% chance they are not. What I'm telling you is she has a choice. If she would like for me to revoke her, I will sentence her to the 5 years. If not, then, I'll send her to felony drug court, but I'm telling you, felony drug court is not going to accept her. There's a 99% chance they won't accept her. If they don't accept her, she's going to safety. So those are the choices. There are no other choices.
Yeah, I understand this.
So, can I have 30 seconds, Judge?
Yes. Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. If we could, about how long do we think the felony drug court referral would take? Because
They'll probably have it done by next week.
there's some questions to ask in terms of whether or not, just quickly, the safety would result in her parole being revoked because it's treated as if, and I would ask the court too, it would be treated as if she's being sent to prison, which would revoke her current parole. That's a question that I would like to know, because I'm
Well, I
not
will
something
tell you
at the
that
front of my thoughts.
if
I'm
it-
not sure if that's true.
If that's true and it results in that, then
Yes.
we can always bring her back. All right, the court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. Court will deny the motion. Alternate amend conditions to include in custody, a referral to felony drug court. If not accepted, then safety.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Get a copy of it so that I can find it, or essentially,
medical-
Judge, would you basically like a doctor's note saying that she has diminished lung capacity? Would that be sufficient for?
Yeah, that it's supposed to say, and I thought we had already addressed this. I need documentation from her medical physician saying that she is not allowed to give the full sample that's needed for the ignition interlock. And what I have here is, I now know what her weight is, I now know what her height is, and I know what her BMI is, but I don't have the specific information telling me she can't blow in this particular device. And if you allow her to blow in this device, it needs to be set at a lower level for her. So all I have is 3 sheets of paper, which is a after visit summary, but none of it addresses the question that needs to be answered. So Ms. Botello, when are you able to get that specific document?
Judge, I turned in a huge packet of all of my records, every pulmonary function test I've ever had done with my pulmonologist since I was little up until the age I was 18 to my pretrial officer on
So-
Monday morning, that stated all of my condition with my lungs, how it's chronic, how I can't how I have no lung function in the bottom of my lungs, which is where you get your air. I don't have any of that. So I'm functioning at 40% with my lung function, with how my lungs are. I
So
only
here's
have
the thing,
40%.
Ms. Botello,
Yes, ma'am.
you can't depend on, and it's really not the pretrial services officer's duties to go through all the medical reports that you've given them. Specifically, what I said at the last time we were here, what the court wants and what the court needs is a letter from your doctor saying that you can't blow in the ignition interlock at the levels that's required for testing, and these are the reasons why. I don't need the entire medical history. I know sometimes that when people receive medical documents, because I've received them before as a defense attorney and as a prosecutor, half
Yes,
of that is duplicates, and you need to siphon through. So pretrial services officers, because they have so many people on their caseload, they don't have the time to read through 200 pages of documents or how many pages you turned in to find this one specific thing, which is probably not in those documents that you've given me. So your documents need to be from the doctor and specifically state, this is her medical condition. She cannot give the full sample for the ignition interlock because of her medical condition. That's all I'm asking for.
I can talk to our criminal knowledge judge and get a letter. Can we get 7 days to get that arranged?
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can we recall Laura Botello for 7 days, please? What date?
Judge, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi. I think my attorney is on Zoom as well.
No, he's not on Zoom. Why are you not here in court?
I was not able to get the time off, Judge.
All right, so here's the thing. You need to make sure that you appear in court because otherwise your time off may be at the Bexar County Jail. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, can you see where her attorney is, Norma, and tell him he's needed back here?
Do you want me to text him, Judge? I have the assistance number.
Yes, if you would text him, that would be great. We're also calling him as well.
Okay.
All right, who's here on Laura Botello? All right, Ms. Botello, did you go and provide the information that pretrial services is requesting?
The information as far as the letter goes, Judge?
All of the information they needed. Has that been provided?
The only thing we talked about was, to my knowledge, about the letter. And I made an appointment for Monday for the PCP, but I was not approved for the time off. I was told that it was last minute and there was no hours available. So I rescheduled for Friday. That was the soonest they had, and that was when there was some time off available at my job. So I'm working on it, but I can't just provide a letter. I submitted the records, but the records you didn't accept. So I'm trying to do it as fast as possible, but there is a process, unfortunately.
All right, well, they didn't accept the records because your records are from 2015, 2016.
Yes, ma'am. That
But
was
you
the last
can't-
time that I came.
So you can't present medical records saying this is my condition and it's from 2016. All right, so you're saying that your appointment is on the 21st? We're going to
Yes,
come back here on the, Ms. Ferguson, are we able to come back on the 24th?
Yes.
We're going to come back on the 24th. You need to be here. And you need to have provided all of that information to pretrial services. Otherwise, I'm going to make a decision on this non-compliance letter based upon whatever information I have. You understand?
What is the non-compliance letter?
Oh, the fact that you're not following through on your conditions of probation. Your conditions of bond. So we're coming back on October 24th and you need to have all of that paperwork to them. If I get another report saying that they don't have all that paperwork, then I will go on this non-compliance letter based upon the information that I have. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Yes. Norma Botello is going to come back on the 24th.
Judge, am I able to speak?
Yes.
So, I'm fine with coming on the 24th. I'll request off. I'll talk to my boss. but the PCP, I mean, it's just going to be establishing care, because I honestly have not seen a doctor since 2016, since I turned 18. That was the last time I saw pulmo. My conditions, they're not something that just go away. I have a history of cancer, and these are conditions that I've been with for my whole life. And
All right,
that's
so
what-
here's the thing, Ms. Botello. You're telling me information that I have no documentation of.
but that's what the records were, Judge. That's what I was showing you, that I can go and pick up the records from pretrial and see exactly what's in there that says about my condition, but everything that I provided to her has that.
All
And
right,
my
so-
conditions are from chemo and radiation.
All right,
And
Ms. Botello, this is what you're asking the court to do. You're asking me to change what I'm requesting. You're asking me to change what pretrial services is requesting. And what I'm telling you is, you can continue to speak to me. I understand your issues. I've had family members who suffer from cancer, but you're on bond for driving while intoxicated with a child. Pretrial services has told you the information they need. I've told you the information that I need. And you're telling me right now, well, I still want to just give you the information from 2016. So I want to be clear. Well, let me be clear. You know what you need. You know what they're requesting. You know what I'm requesting. So the conversation we're having right now is just a conversation we're having, but it's not going to change what I'm requesting and what they're requesting.
Right, but I'm trying to get at.
I would advise you not to continue this conversation. I can follow up with you after report.
Okay,
My advice to you at this time is to not continue this.
okay.
All right, thank you. Who's here on Edgar signs? Who's here on Laura Botello? All right, where's Botello?
She's right here, Judge.
Where are your documentations for probation?
So, Judge, we have the referral orders. She was able to go see a doctor, PCP, on Saturday. She has been referred to see a pulmonologist, but we do not have the letter that the court is requesting yet. The two pulmonologists that she has spoken to, the earliest that she can be seen for as a new patient is February. The other one that I've spoken to is her previous pulmonologist, and the earliest that she can be seen is December. What I would like to discuss with the court at this point would be alternatives with the breath test that she is currently ordered to have a retrial. Ms. Botello is working, and we would accept an alternative such as the scram. However, the cost would be prohibitive for her. I don't know if the court is able to reduce the costs or waive some of the costs.
I'll ask that the cost be waived. I'll place her on scram. She needs to provide that documentation to pretrial services.
We'll get that as soon as we can, Judge. I did discuss with the CLO. Apparently there is a waiting period for scram devices, and we weren't sure how long that is. Once again, would the court, how would the court like to handle that?
She is not to be taken off of the breathalyzer until she's on something.
Okay. We can also do UAs, Judge, if the court would prefer to have that. Her work schedule is Monday to Friday, 7 to 4. So if we can work with pretrial on that as an alternative.
What I'm gonna do is, the in-home breathalyzer on reduced levels until scram device is available.
Yes, Judge.
All right, is there anything else?
That'll be all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're ready. What are you doing with your life other than inviting people under the pretext of having sex with them and then having them robbed? What are you doing with your life?
Those text messages weren't actually me. They had taken my phone and they're all 6'1" and I'm 5'1" and I couldn't jump up and grab it. I wasn't near my phone.
So do
But
you want a jury trial? Because see, right now, what is happening is sometimes people don't think that I've read things because I read quickly. So here's the thing, you were involved with all of these defendants, so don't come in here playing as though, oh my gosh, what? I didn't know anything. Somebody took my phone and started sending these text messages, and these people just came over, and then a robbery just happened, and I'm just here not knowing anything that's going on. So let's be honest, because you've already entered a plea to this. So other than luring people over with text messages for sex and then having them robbed, what are you doing with your life?
I want to get a GED, go to college,
Why do you need a GED? Why do you complete school?
because I was getting bullied my sophomore year, moved away for a year to go to school.
Did you go
and
to
then I
school
had
while
to
you
move
were
back
away?
here. Yes. My junior year, I spent it in Illinois. Then I moved back here and I didn't go back to school because I didn't want to go through what I went through my sophomore year. And
So you just came back here and did nothing?
I was gonna go to a different school, but my mom couldn't take me to and from at the time because she had work.
What is the
And I
via
was
bus
going
for?
to,
Why, see, this is the problem with society today. Everybody wants to have their own vehicle and drive to where they get to. We used to walk to school. Or guess what? You take the via bus. So if your mom can drop you off at school, you're old enough to get involved with the people in this to rob some people. So why can you take the via bus to get to school? Because right now, all I'm hearing from you are excuses. I couldn't go to school because I was bullied. So then I went to Illinois. And who did you go to Illinois with?
I was staying with my cousin.
All right, so there's a reason why you got sent back to San Antonio from Illinois. If things were going great in Illinois, you would have been in Illinois and you would have completed whatever you needed to complete it. What I've discovered in my time as a defense attorney and a prosecutor involved in CPS cases, when sometimes, and I would say about 60% of the time, when children leave their home to go live with their cousins in Illinois, one or two things are happening. Either the parents can no longer control them and they say, well, let's try a new setting. Now, I can't afford to go to Illinois, so I'm going to send you to Illinois with friends and family. Or either there's something wrong with the parents and they're like, I'm going to do my own thing. I don't want to be a parent, so I'm sending you to Illinois. Obviously, there was something happening in your home life where either you were not doing what you were supposed to do, which is attend school, and they sent you to Illinois for a change of scenery. Things were okay there for a while, but then something happened there. Either you were not doing what you were supposed to be doing, and they said, look, not our problem because not our child, we're sending her back to you to San Antonio. So all I've been hearing from you is what you're gonna do. But what have you been doing since this offense?
I was working, I had my own apartment, I
Was working. Why are you not working?
because I got sick and I had to get out of work for 2 weeks and then I got sick again and my manager just didn't like that I got sick and I was out of work for 2 weeks.
So who are you living with?
Right now I'm living with my mom.
And what problems are you causing there?
No problems.
So are you seeking another job?
Yes, I'm currently looking for another job. I'm going to apply at Amazon with my aunt and see how that goes. My aunt really likes it, so I feel like I'll like it. There's a couple other places that I have in mind.
And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And know that you are getting drug tested today. So if it's going to be positive or something, it would behoove you to tell me right now what it is. Yes, tell the truth and shame the devil. What will it be?
It might come out positive.
For
just
what?
for marijuana.
Who have you been using marijuana with? Because I'm hoping it hasn't been at your mom's home.
No, it's not.
So who have you been using marijuana with?
One of my friends had it and they asked me if I wanted it. I hit it once.
No, nobody hits marijuana once.
No, I did. I swear. I just hit it once.
So you're out of work, but you do find time to have marijuana with friends. So that means that you are going to end up causing problems with your mom. I'm going to try to stop that and nip that in the bud. So how far did you go in school?
Senior year. That's when I didn't go.
Do you have any children?
No,
All right, any other questions from either side?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor. Nothing, Judge.
All right, and you're gonna be drug tested today, and so you're telling me it's only gonna be marijuana?
yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. There's a $1,500 fine. Time and money are going to run concurrent. There's to be no contact with Carrie Yadell, Terrence Smith. Anything else you need from me in order to be successful?
No,
Judge, in regard to the curfew, the Amazon job she's talking about is at the warehouse in San Marcos. There may be some problem with getting there and back as far as the curfew goes.
it's overnight as well. Cause it's.
The only exception to your curfew is if you're at work.
Okay,
So you'll need to provide proof of that.
okay.
I don't know if you realize how dangerous what you did was. Number one, somebody could have been killed, in which case we'd be here for something different, maybe capital murder, who knows? Number two, when you send text messages to people telling them or offering them sex and they come over and expecting that, and it doesn't happen, but instead there's a robbery that's taking place, you know what could have happened then? Somebody could have killed you. And you know what everybody would have said? Oh, well, she came over here to rob somebody and she ends up getting killed. Your parents, I don't know your mom personally, but obviously she's trying to do something with you and help you with your life. You're making your life more difficult than it has to be. I always tell people, life is so simple. If you follow the rules, it will be fine. Now you've made your life exceptionally hard because this deferred adjudication is going to follow you around. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. With you. What's going on in your life?
I just started a new job.
Right. Doing what?
I'm a server.
All right. And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
It would come back negative.
All right, we're going to do a drug test, okay?
Okay, I did one yesterday.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to do a drug test. And then who is your brother's girlfriend?
Kaylee.
All right.
I don't know her last name.
So do you still live with your mom?
Yeah, I just had to move back in there.
All right.
Like
So
in April.
you're saying you had to move back in?
Yeah, I had my own apartment and I had it with a roommate. And I was giving her 800 a month and been friends with her since freshman year. Found out she wasn't, all the bills, all the money I gave her a month never went towards the bills.
Mhm.
So we were over $6,000 in her rent, and I had all the receipts on me paying her and everything, so they let me out of the lease early. And it was a big altercation. I had to call the cops because she got physical with me and I told the cops, I was like, I'm on probation. I'm not gonna get physical with her and risk getting in trouble for that. It's not worth it.
All right, you're going to do a UA today.
Okay.
And I know previously there was an issue with you, and this is from March 2024, where you return back positive for marijuana and they did progressive sanctions. So we're going to do a UA, and then we're going to tighten up your schedule with your curfew for being at home with your mother.
Okay.
So first thing, we're going to see what this UA, the results are.
Mhm.
And then we're going to come back and I'm going to give you instructions, but your curfew is going to get tightened up. Okay.
Thank you, Jen.
All right. Thank you. All right. You're going to go back on your curfew. So she needs to be at her mom's home by 6 p.m. unless she's at work. Yes. All right, excuse me, everyone. Okay. Yellow, very loud. That's okay.
I saw that there was an SR sent that she would continue with the curfew, but all the other ones that I saw were like for travel and for residents.
Mhm. I think there was a miscommunication probably around August. So you're gonna be on curfew. You're gonna need to be in your house by 6 p.m. every day unless you are at work. Do you understand? If you're not at your house at 6 p.m., what's gonna end up happening is they're gonna give me notification and a motion to revoke could be filed. You understand? So what is your work schedule?
I know this week, today's my last day off, and then I work evenings every week. I'm gonna send, I need a screenshot from my schedule for my position.
Mm-hmm.
I know, I'm not ever at Twin Peaks,
Mm-hmm.
so I know Tuesday, Wednesday, we close at 12. Wednesday and Thursday, we close at 12. I think, or Thursday, we might close at 1. I'm not 100% sure on like the times yet. I'm still gonna need. Those are like my first.
You are going to send your work schedule to probation and you're going to give that to your probation officer. If you are not at work, you need to be in your house by 6 p.m. Do you understand? If you're not in your house by 6 p.m., they will know and they're going to let me know. Do you understand? And they're telling me that you're testing some of those lines were faint. Their count is negative, but there were some faint lines for cocaine. So I don't know what's happening with you, but
I can promise you, my brother, in all honesty, my brother is an addict with that, and I see the way he is with it. I would never do it. I just see the way it breaks my heart to see.
all right. So here's the thing. You're not allowed to go to your brother's apartment, your brother's girlfriend's apartment. Do you understand? If you are going to visit with your brother, it is to be by phone only or at your mother's house. Do you understand? Okay. All right. And you're not allowed to go to his girlfriend because it says here that you were at your brother's girlfriend's apartment complex at one point in time swimming. All right. You're not allowed to go to your brother's girlfriend's apartment complex. Do you understand? And you shouldn't be anywhere but in your house by 6 p.m. unless you're at work. Do you understand? And if we could continue with field visits.
Judge, one thing I would suggest, I was reviewing her proof that she's provided to Officer Parker. And they're mostly like screenshots of her schedule. I would also, it doesn't say anything like her name. It's just kind of the schedule. I would suggest making sure you're turning in your paycheck stuff. And if you get like direct deposit or something, just something that shows like you're working. And I just haven't gotten that yet. Like I'm still kind of, I haven't gotten a paycheck from there yet because it's mainly just in the every 2 weeks we get a paycheck. I want to say it's like, yeah, and I would say because it's just screenshots, I would suggest make sure you're turning in like your actual like proof that you're getting paid. If that is part of it, yes, you can screenshot from the apps, and I know a lot of employers use the app these days, but just something that shows like a good. Yeah.
All right. So you understand what's expected? All right, make sure you follow through. If there are any issues, you can always come back to the court, okay? All right, good luck to you. In States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, he is a native of Guam, which is a U.S. territory. He's moved to Texas for the last 3 years. He's been actively working, currently employed at Hollingsworth the last 6 months previously at JB Hunt. Which is an aberration, and we asked that you follow the plea bargain. I asked him if he would test positive for any controlled substances today, and he said no. And I believe I explained to him the requirements of a drug-related probation deferred classes, testing, and he understands them fully, and I believe he'll be able to successfully complete the terms of a deferred and even hopefully come in sooner and ask for early termination. I explained that to him as well.
All right. So do you have any criminal history?
Parole history?
I'm sorry,
You said parole? history?
criminal history.
No.
Have you ever been charged with any crime other than this?
No.
All right, when you're drug tested today, and you will get drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Negative.
All right, when's the last time you used?
That would be
And that would be an illegal.
No. When's the last time you used drugs?
that would be a month before this happened.
So you're telling me you're riding around with drugs in your car and you hadn't used, and that officer is saying you had a lighter underneath your leg?
It was in my car.
Yes. So when's the last time you used drugs?
A month before.
I'm sorry?
A month before.
So you hadn't used
No,
drugs
the
that
lighter
day?
was for my cigarette.
I'm sorry?
The lighter was for
Mhm.
my cigarette.
So you're saying that you have not used any drugs since a month before this incident?
Besides marijuana.
That's a drug. So when's the last time you used marijuana?
That would be the day of.
All right, so let me explain something to you. I'm trying to figure out what conditions to give you, because I don't do cookie cutter conditions. Everybody doesn't get the same thing in this court
Mhm.
because everybody's an individual. So we're going to start back over. I'm inclined to grant your application for deferred, but I need to know what type of candidate you would be on deferred. And if you have a drug or alcohol problem, I don't want to send you out in the world with you telling me you have a drug problem. I'm like, just do whatever.
Mhm.
But if you tell me that you're going to test negative, I am going to test you. And if it ends up being positive, we're going to have a problem.
Mhm.
You understand?
Yes, no.
So when's the last time you used? And I'm just asking for honesty here because I'm trying to give you conditions on probation that will help you successfully complete your probation. That's my job.
Mhm.
If you have a drug problem and you tell me you have a drug problem and I don't give you any help for that and you fail with drugs, that's on me. But if you are dishonest with me and you fail on drugs, that's 100% on you. So are you going to be positive today? Oh, no.
What?
Excuse me. Are you going to be positive today because you are getting a drug test today?
Yes.
What are you going to be positive for?
I don't know.
All right. Anything else?
That would be all.
All right.
Maybe alcohol.
All right. Alcohol. Anything else?
That would be all.
All right. Before we continue with your sentencing, I'm going to have him drug tested. And then we'll see where we are. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Probation. If we can get a drug test. All right. Mr. Borja coming up. Where's his attorney? Oh, there he is. And those are all the cases, correct? All right, we're back on the record in 2023, CR 6993, State of Texas versus Nicholas Borja. My understanding, you completed the UA?
Yes.
All right.
He was having some trouble, Judge. He was nervous. It took a while.
Oh, that's okay. It happens. Oh, what are the results?
Positive for meth.
All right. So you didn't mention the meth to the court. So how often are you using meth?
It was in the form.
And
of
you're
the
still
act.
under oath. How often are you using meth?
Well, I did that like a couple days ago.
Okay, you need to speak up. I'm
I
sorry.
did that a couple days ago.
All right. So how often do you use?
I'd say weekly.
All right. Why were you dishonest with me? I'm just trying to give you the help you need. I already told you that I was inclined to grant your application. If I send you out in the world and you have a meth problem and I don't give you help for that, you're going to be right back here on a motion to revoke because meth is illegal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
I work at Hollingford. We package board parts.
Okay. How long have you been doing that?
6 months.
All right, do they drug test?
Yes.
And you're passing their drug test? Okay. Do you live with anyone or do you live by yourself?
I stay with a family friend.
All right. Do you have any children?
No.
How far did you go in school?
High school.
What are you planning on doing with the rest of your life?
Well, I was planning on moving to Florida, but the rest of my life, I don't know yet. Still
Well,
figuring that out.
you say planning to move to Florida. Do you have family in Florida? Or that's just a dream.
I have family.
Who's your family in Florida?
My brother.
All right. Have you talked to your brother? Does your brother want you in Florida with him?
Yes.
All right. What part of Florida?
Sarasota.
What county is that?
I'm not too sure.
See, part of getting ready to move to a place, you got to know what county or parish it is. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. This is what the court will do. Court will sentence you to 4 years deferred adjudication, $0 fine, $57 restitution to SAPD for drug testing, transfer to Sarasota, Florida. I'll have to look up to see what county that is. You are not transferred and you cannot go to Florida until the transfer is actually granted. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days. A TAP evaluation. We'll follow the recommendations of TAP. If TAP recommends inpatient treatment, we'll start with intensive outpatient treatment. If it recommends intensive outpatient treatment, we'll start with outpatient treatment. And regular UAs. And I say regular UAs, I want UAs on him once a month, but I want them to be random once a month. Okay. Oh, then I guess I should have said random monthly UAs. That makes it easy, right? So we'll do random monthly UAs because I think he is able to beat the test at his job. So we're going to do field visits 1 time per month until transfer. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And I'm putting that down because until you're clean and sober, you should not be around minors. You understand?
Yes.
All right. Well, you can be around minors, but there has to be an adult supervision. Once you're clean and sober, and that's been brought to my attention, then that may change. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Probation. Is there anything else he needs? All right. Is there anything you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am.
You sure? Any mental health issues that you need addressed through probation or anything of that nature? Any trauma?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We can go off the record. From here on out, everything that you do, you need to ask yourself 2 questions. 1, is this something that could result in me going to prison for 20 years? If the answer is yes, don't do it. If the answer is maybe, don't do it. And the next time you're before a judge or before me, when somebody is trying to help you and you think they're trying to help you, you need to be honest with them, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. So, Mr. Huff, if you're accepting the plea from the state, we can either do this today or either you will come back tomorrow. What do you wish to do?
I've got somewhere to be this afternoon, Judge, and tomorrow's gonna be a little bit tight. I've got 9 settings throughout the day tomorrow.
Okay.
We're
Ms.
hoping to
Ferguson,
Get 30 days.
Ms. Ferguson, recall this for Thursday for disposition. All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank
You in States Exhibits 1 and attachments. The court will find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor, we waive PSI today.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, my client is motivated. He's accepted responsibility today. He's asking of the court to follow this plea bargain. We would ask that you sentence him accordingly and follow our recommendations to the court as well.
All right, so how long have you been using?
About 10 years.
All right, why did you start? What happened in your life?
My mom, my dad, and my stepdad was killed in the car wreck.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Kind of messed me up, but
So are you, if you were tested today, what would the results be? All right, positive for what? And what else? All right. So here's the thing, where you're starting at now today, it's the court's hope that this probation, you'll improve and you'll get clean and sober and you stay clean and sober. So do you have any support system?
yes, ma'am. They want me to go to treatment.
Right. So, I mean, do you have, where are you, who do you still with?
I got my own house. I stay in Castleberg Road. But,
Okay. So do you live by yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any children?
No, I got 2 kids, but they live in West Texas.
And what are their ages?
My son's 24 and my daughter's 18.
All right. Do you have any grandchildren?
No, yeah.
Okay. Are you working at all?
ma'am.
What do you do?
I work for, right now I work for People Ready.
I'm sorry, what?
For People Ready as an electrician.
Okay.
So.
All right. This is what the court will do. The court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 6 years. There's to be no contact with Veronica Renee, Renee Trevino. There's to be proof of employment within 30 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am, I appreciate it.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. So if there's an issue, talk to your probation officer. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to court. And nobody can help you, and we can't help you with your drug addiction if you don't want to help yourself. Now, I've ordered that you have a TAP evaluation out of custody. They're going to give you a date for that. If you miss that date, what's going to end up happening is a motion to revoke is going to be filed. You're going to be taken into custody. Either you'll make bond or you won't make bond, and I'll hear that motion to revoke. So if you need to get an appointment booklet, get an appointment booklet and put your dates down. You understand? And when you leave here today, other than following their instructions, you need to go to a sober support meeting. Those are the NA meetings, so you can get your life back on track. Because if you continue to use, only 2 things going to happen. Either you're going to end up in prison, right? And you're going to lose everything. You're going to lose your house. You're going to lose even more time with your children. or either somebody's gonna have to come down and identify your body. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we
Thank
excuse-
you. Yes. Just have him remain in custody to speak with probation. To the 227, and it's on page 6. Sure. Hi.
Good morning.
So are they seeking to withdraw this?
No, Your Honor, we're gonna plead true with an agreement to continue on probation. With the evaluations to be done in custody.
And is this a misdemeanor assault?
It is a non-family misdemeanor assault, Your Honor. And there's already an agreement in place. I'm not the lawyer on that case, but there's an agreement to dispose of that case.
And what's the agreement on that case?
90 days to do. He will have probably racked up enough time by the time he's in custody. Getting done his obligation.
All right, so you understand, if you have an agreement with the state of defense, I don't have to follow that agreement. You understand that? All right,
Violation of condition number 1, on or about the 16th day of May 2025 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant, David Wayne Huff, committed the offense of assault in violation of condition number 1.
all right. And how to that, how do you plead?
Sure.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 6 years in the prison?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. It is to continue probationer on probation, but to allow for all the evaluations that have not yet been complete to be completed while in custody. The state understands that there is a proposed agreement as to what will happen with the assault that defendant has just pledged true to. So continuing probation will have everything, all the cases will be taken care of, and the state believes that probationer will be able to start a successful probation journey. Your Honor.
All right, sure. And that's the agreement, counsel?
It is, Your Honor.
You want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. If you'll state your name for the record.
David Wayne Huff.
All right, so Mr. Huff, they're saying that they want certain evaluations done in custody. I see that you were placed on probation in May. So why did you not follow through with those evaluations out of custody?
I was only on probation 8 hours.
I'm sorry?
8 hours.
Yes, so what happened?
Okay, so.
So you 8 hours and then this incident is alleged to have occurred?
To maybe shortcut, Judge, he went home. There were some people living in his home that he was trying to get out of his home. An altercation happened. It was people that were trying to get him to use drugs. Judge. And he was trying to do the right thing. He told me this story and told several people that story, but he was trying to fix the problem so he could be successful, and here we are. And he's been in custody since.
Okay. It explains things.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I understand why I should follow your agreement. All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court, as previously stated, is finding violation of condition number 1 true. The court will alter and amend conditions to the following, and this is to happen in custody. A TAP evaluation and a referral to felony drug court. And I am going to order, I think somebody's already ordered you to have 120 sober meetings in 120 days. Was that previously ordered?
It was, Judge.
All right. So you're to make sure that you do that. If for some reason, because the systems are down, if some reason they release you from the Bear County Jail, you know you're not supposed to be released, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If for some reason they release you, don't fight them over it. Just come back to this court in the morning, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you have any questions about anything?
No, ma'am, thank you.
All right, is there anything else you need from the court?
No, ma'am, I'll be successful.
All right, if in this court to be successful on probation, communication is key, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you need something, let probation know. If they feel like they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. But whatever you do, don't do this thing where you don't report, okay? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Judge.
counsel.
Have a good evening.
Yes.